I like this sort of conversation. You're making very politically correct.
No, I
मैं चाहती हूँ कि
genuinely-
सब लोग आएं,
I
ये भी आएं,
genuinely
उनकी भी picture चले, मेरी भी picture चले.
अरे यार Faridoon, I genuinely believe that.
But it's not exciting. What he's saying is exciting. Please continue, sir.
Talking about the clash, if all films work, great. But if there's only one film that has to work, it better be mine. I like it. Any actor who tells you they're not insecure, just lying to your face. There was some controversies related to the film, and studios were not taking it on board because there were a few names that were taking the film. Hi, this is Emraan Hashmi.
Hi, I'm Shreya Dhanwanthary.
And you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
You guys are coming with two other films.
Yeah.
Yes.
And both the films, they are equally bullish as the way you guys are.
They look good, yeah.
Yeah, so how do you look at it? In fact, there are talks that one of the movies, they're saying that for Thackeray, we would not let other movies release as well. So there was some noises which came in, but apparently they have been rebuffed that nothing of that sort is going to happen.
I'm not sure about those, but I feel like if all films do well, it's good for the business in general. I don't have much understanding as a producer Sab has, but I believe that if the business is good, it gives a lot more freedom for all sorts of films to be made, including the big budget, the low budget, the indie, the niche, the crappy, the good, bad, ugly, all of it. And from the trailers that I see, I genuinely want them to do well. And I want people to come to the theatres. I want people to see theatres as a place where they can come back to, because everybody's so used to their screens now. You know, everything is so portable and compact, and I want theatre going to be an experience like it always was. So the more people go into films and watch films, it's always good for us.
In fact, 2018, I think that has been changing to quite an extent. So digital definitely had a big year, but at the same time, 2018, I think it was really wonderful for the film industry.
Films that did well, yeah.
Which I think hasn't happened in a long time.
You're
The number of
absolutely right.
movies which have done well theatrically was
Andhadhun, Badai Ho,
outstanding,
the film Tumbad. I mean, the kind of films that audiences have been going to the theatres and
Razi,
favouring, it's so encouraging. It really is.
What is your entire view on this three movies coming together?
Not a very good statement some time back. I said it's not just important for your film to succeed, but other films to fail. But I think that was, I used to say that.
I like this sort of conversation. You're making very politically correct.
No, I
मैं चाहती हूँ कि
genuinely-
सब लोग आएं, ये भी आएं, उनकी भी picture चले, मेरी भी
initially
picture
used to
चले.
make
अरे यार Faridoon, I genuinely believe that.
But it's not exciting. What he's saying is exciting. Please continue, sir.
So sad.
So that's what I used to say. I say it's not important for you to succeed. It's important for others to fail.
I like it.
He likes
Everyone
it.
says this behind closed doors.
Right.
Our industry is filled with these people on face value. They will,
Sir,
great film, aapki film
Super
hit ho
hit.
jaye. But the conversations behind closed doors are different. Every producer wants the other film to fail. They want their films to clock those numbers, because there's only as many people who go watch films. But maybe it's a bit myopic. Now I want to be I'm the producer, and I'm seeing her point in it also.
So sad.
And I feel that all films should work.
They should.
I'll tell you why.
Right.
Because the more money comes into the industry, the more
That's what I said.
people get bullish
Yes.
about making films, and we can make more films. And there was this air of gloom that happened 2 years back when there was
2017.
no film working in the box office. People felt that OTT platforms are coming on board and films won't do well, and this is it. It's gonna shut shop for us. This was a sentiment that was back in, I think, the 80s or 90s in our industry, that was very prevalent because of the South films, VHS and stuff. But then films did well. I mean, it was important. I was very happy for those films when those films did well. And talking about the clash, I think every film should do well on that day. I wouldn't wish ill for anyone, because there are lots of money riding on all these films. Manikarnika probably a lot more than our film. They have some wonder figure to cross. I don't know about Thackeray, but if all films work, great. But if there's only one film that has to work, it better be mine.
Finally, he
I'll
liked
tell
your
you
answer at the
something.
end.
Not merely the film's own producers finding out the collections of others. जिन producers को और लोगों को कुछ लेना देना भी नहीं है फिल्म से. Even they are concerned कि उस picture का
100 करोड़ बनी है कि नहीं?
नहीं opening कैसा हुआ. मैंने कुछ और सुना है. मैंने कुछ और सुना है. So it's like very funny.
Strange, yeah.
It's very funny how people within the industry, they're so interested in finding out what.
It's very tricky. It's got a lot to do with the mind space of people. Other films coming with you. Where do we figure what exactly is the flavor of the day? what would they go in for?
Plus, he keeps telling me
It's
this
very
is my
important.
first film, right? So I'm very like sunshine and rainbows right now. He's telling me it's going to change in 2 years, and all my answers are going to change.
So I told her
You'll
that
probably
right
like my
now-
answers then.
I told her right now,
Right.
you're
'Cause I'm
fearless.
genuinely
Like
thinking-
I'm just kidding.
No, I
actually.
told her
I
you're
like your
fearless
answers.
right now because you have nothing to lose.
Right.
I'm really calm.
It's when you taste success that the problem starts.
Right.
After you taste success, then you have something to lose.
Say at least he thinks I'll taste success.
So I probably would be shitting bricks on that Friday, while she'll be like
I'm partying, yeah. I'm
with
going
the
to
first film is
celebrate.
releasing.
I'm going to celebrate.
But I probably have more at stake here.
He
right?
does.
But
You
not
do.
that you'll be insulated from here after you have a couple of hits. After a year or 2 years, you'll have to be
That's
down
what
the
he keeps telling me.
same road.
No, in fact, you had a Shanghai in the year when you had very successful films
Yeah.
at the box office. You were being called the superstar.
Yeah.
And then you've seen a phase when the movies haven't done well as well. So I think you understand it maybe
Yes.
more
yes.
than a lot of other people.
Yeah, yeah. And any actor who tells you they're not insecure, just lying to your face. They're just putting up that front like everyone puts up a front.
Right,
This
absolutely.
curated life that everything is fine. We don't care. But we really shit at that thought of anonymity
Right.
or being phased out into the oblivion.
Right.
And also the fact that are we relevant anymore? That scares the hell out of every actor.
Definitely.
He's totally going down a rabbit hole. Huh? Just say.
No, but
It's a fact. It's a
you
fact.
know, we have been through the journey
Yeah,
of various
obviously,
films, so
obviously.
I understand what he's trying to say. Okay, but movie like Tigers, which gets amazing reviews, it doesn't release in theaters. Does it bother you?
It bothers me a lot. I wanted to release, and we were really gunning for the release 5 years back, and it didn't release because of problems. There was some controversies related to the film, and studios were not taking it on board because there were a few names that were taking the film, and the director was very clear that this is the film that it's made on, and I will not delete these names from
You
it.
took on the big guns, right?
Yeah, and then it didn't release, and then it became more of an issue 3 years back because it was a Pakistani protagonist, and that was more of an issue. So then it was like shut shop for us. There's no releasing this film. Then Z took it on, which is great because at least now it has an avenue, it has an outlet. People are getting to see the film, and I would want. See, the thing is, theatrical release is not the only way to go. I mean, you're staying in a different time, and other people might beg to differ. People of the trade, they're like, because their livelihood depends on it, because they do the number crunching every day. But cinema is the only way to go. No, it's not. Things are changing rapidly. That's communal viewing. There's personal viewing also. I love sitting with my family or alone at home and watching Netflix. That is, why would someone discount that or negate that?
But if you would have had like two successful films before this movie, you would have had a theatrical release.
Not because it was basically because of the protagonist of the film. Because it was a Pakistani protagonist and it can't release in this atmosphere. It wouldn't get the kind of release. No one would take it on. Hi, this is Emraan Hashmi.
Hi, I'm Shreya Dhanwanthary.
And you're watching Bollywood Hungama.